Hello. Hi, I just wanted to make this video because I am finally done with my Naca process and I am currently in my house that I bought Naca with my Naca loan. So I'm just so happy, I'm overjoyed that I'm finally done, and I wanted to make this video just to update people so everyone can know that I'm finally done. And I also just wanted to let everyone know it's not an easy process. It wasn't easy. So if you are at any stage of the process, just keep your eyes on the price. And one very important thing to remember is that Naga is working for you as a consumer. So if you have a realtor that is feeling frustrated with the process, just know that they are not really working. Even though you hire them, most of the time they're not really looking out for your interest the way Naka is looking out for your interest. Like the realtor that I had was her first time working with Naka. So, you know, the only reason why I did not fire her was because I was feeling bad for her, and I was like, you know what? She has worked with me for so long and she knows the kind of houses that I like. So I was just like, you know what? Let her get paid for her work. I should have fired her. Like when I was getting towards the end, I was like, you know what? It's better to work with people who are familiar with the NACA process, to be frank. Like it makes it so much easier, and it makes the work easier. It makes it easier and it makes it more smooth because my realtor, I had to, there were times when I feel like I had to hold her hand through the process instead of it being the other way around. It was like, I'm the one who's like, going through this, but it seems like, you're crying more than me and complaining more about everything. It's like, okay, just freaking calm down. I'm the buyer and there's the seller. We're the ones who are in this, going through the NACA process, just hold your reins. Anyway, so that's the first thing. Make I would prefer, if you're trying to buy a NACA house, use a NACA realtor. That would make, I think it will make the process easier than to use somebody who doesn't know the NACA process, who is used to closing in in 30 30 30 days, and then after that then they start to complain like, oh my god, oh blah, 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 why these Naka people are so annoying, da da da. I don't want to hear all that. I know that they are, the process is annoying, but it's like I already know that. I'm the one who's waiting to get into the house. It's like, anyway, so I don't want to relive the whole process, but I just want to let everyone know, if you're going through the Naka process, it wasn't easy for me. It's not an easy process, but what kept me holding true and deciding, like holding on and not giving up, was keeping my eyes on the price. Okay, I knew what I wanted. I knew that I can buy my rate low, to as low as 0 point something, because I have been saving like crazy. So I knew that I can buy my interest rate all the way down low, and and I know what I could get from buying my interest rate very low. So I was like, I'll do whatever it takes to get that low interest rate, even if I had to wait another year. To me, it was worth it. I mean, I don't have any reason not to wait. It's not like I have kids or I have any major responsibilities beside myself. So I was like, I have to wait as long as it takes to get the rate that I want. That's the first thing for me. So, and also I could wait, and then the other thing was I had saved enough. So I had the savings to buy the interest rate down. And so those are the two reasons why I decided I was going to wait as long as it takes. So for anybody else who, whatever your reason is, I feel like Naka is the best, because like another reason why Naka is the best is because they will give you an interest rate that is 1% or 1 point lower. Is it 1 point or 1% lower? Like if the going rate is 4%, if you get a NACA loan, you automatically get at least 3%. Like you get 1% lower than what the going rate is. I mean, that's like amazing. And then if you are not getting that rate, then you have the option to buy it all the way down to as low as you want. And of course, with the help of the seller, if you can convince the seller to contribute towards the closing, then you can then that money that they contribute will go towards buying your interest rate down and buying um the loan down. So for me, that was very, very helpful. And not to mention the fact that the bank also does help you, like they match whatever that you bring towards closing to close your house. Like I was originally thinking that I would have to buy everything down by myself. Like I calculated it and I thought I was going to bring in a certain amount, but it turned out that I only had to pay half of that because the bank kind of compensated and covered the rest, which is like so amazing. So now the extra money that I thought I was going to use to buy the interest rate down, I can use that to decorate my place or use that as a cushion for me, in case there is an unexpected expense or an expected repair I have to do. I definitely have my emergency fund as a new home owner. I definitely make sure that I have that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, that I want to mention, is that people should know exactly what to expect during closing. Like, don't think it's going to take you 1 month to close. It took me 2.5 months to close from the time I found the house that I wanted and I alerted Naca, oh, this is the house I want. It took me 2.5 or close to two. In fact, let me see, it took me 2.5 months to close, you know. So I don't want anyone to think that, oh, you're going to see the house you want and then you close after 28 days like it says on the Naca thing. No, it can take you close to 3 months to close. So just have that in the back of your head. And I feel like if I'd known that it was going to take me that long to close, my stress level would have been lower because I kept expecting and thinking like, oh, okay, 28 days is over, so I guess we're closing anytime now, you know. And then they had given me like various closing dates. Like they gave me the initial closing date, then they gave me another closing date. Like they kept pushing it and then they were like, oh, this is the initial closing date. And then they were like, okay, wait, we can't really quite close yet because there are conditions. You have to do this, you have to bring this, you have to submit this, your job has to submit that, you have to do all these things, conditions upon conditions. And then I would give them everything that is said. And then after they review everything, they'll be like, oh, we have some more conditions. Okay, we need this, we need another pay stub, we need verification for this, we need to do a home estimate, like a home valuation. There were all kinds of conditions that were like testing my patience. It's like, oh my God, those conditions are like the devil, I tell you, man. Oh my God. And then there were times that they would tell me like, oh, okay, we've met all the conditions, but we still have to wait to hear from the underwriter. You've already met all the conditions, you've done everything, so you should be closing anytime. But still, after I heard that, it probably took me like 3 weeks after they said I'd met all my conditions because I had to wait for the underwriter. And then I was trying to find out, okay, what's causing all the delays? And then they were like, well, now is holiday time. Because the time I found my house was like November 22nd or 20 something. And then they said the underwriters and everything are short staffed because people are like on Christmas and New Year's holidays. So those were the reasons why, those were the potential reasons why all the delays were happening. So I just want to let everyone know again that, it's very worth it. I feel like it's worth it, even though it once you're mentally ready for the process, I feel like it could make it easier. And it's important to just keep your eyes on the price, know what you're going for, and don't give up. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy at all, at all. But I'm happy that I stuck through and that I have the house that I currently have, because my mortgage is honestly similar to what I was paying in rent to when I was renting my one bedroom apartment, and now I'm paying for that mortgage for my house. It's like unbelievable, just because I was able to buy my interest rate all the way down. So I'm just so thankful to God. It's a big blessing, you know. So yeah, just want to let everybody know, if you're doing the NACA process, just hold on. And if you have any questions or anything, you can drop them in the comments. If I can help anybody with answers, I'll be happy to help. You know, I made it, okay? If I can do it, I feel like anybody else can, okay? So that's it. Take care.